So you want to create a clean minimalistic banner in Gimp. Hey guys, welcome back to TutsByKai. I'm Kai, and today we are back in Gimp once again, taking a look at how to create a very simple banner in Gimp. We have a lot of stuff to do. I'm gonna get started today, and I have these black bars that I got from YouTube's default banner template that you can get off of their website. Just go ahead and Google search YouTube banner template, and you'll go ahead and go to Google's website and grab that bad boy, the guidelines. But yeah, so I just took the black bars out of that because that's the only thing I need. Since I do so many banners, I don't need all the other stuff that they include in that PSD. So we'll go ahead and use the fill tool here. I want to select a color, and I want to select a nice purple color. So we'll go ahead and do something like that. I'll get some nice purple light color, desaturate a little bit. OK on that, and then I want to hit this icon down here to create a new layer. Hit OK, and move that beneath the black bars. Everything is going to be above the black bars except for the duplicates of the finished banner. So we'll go ahead and fill that in. Just click once right there, and make sure my opacity is all the way up. And then click once right there. That was my mistake. We'll go ahead and select a gray color. Now we don't want this to be solid gray. Because it needs to have a little bit of saturation to it. So instead of it being solid gray, we'll go ahead and just pull a little bit to the blue here, about that much, just a little bit. So we'll hit OK on that, and then I'll grab this lasso tool, and I'll fill in a little area right here. So I'll click once, hold down Control to snap to edges, like that, to snap to angles, by the way, not edges. We'll go ahead and click once right there, and unhold Control, and just connect it all the way back around. Click that point, hit Enter. To confirm that, go back to the fill tool, add a new layer, OK, above the purple, and then click inside that. Now this looks much better if it was solid, much better than if it was solid gray. If I duplicate this to show you real quick, you can see the difference. If I desaturate this gray that we just created, it looks gray to you, but it's not really. This is solid gray. That's the gray that we had. It looks much better, very subtle difference, but it has much more life to it than that does. So we'll just go ahead and get rid of that real quick. There we go. All right, looks good. I'm going to go ahead and add some text now, so I'll go ahead and just hit this text tool and open up a big box. I'm using a font called Agus Sans. I'll go ahead and just type in something. I'll type in TutsByKai, I guess, and we'll just bump this size up to maybe 60-ish, something like that. I'll hit this corner of the box to conform it to the edges. I'll change the color to white, hit OK. And then I'll select everything but the first letter, and then turn the kerning size up right here to maybe 40, and then we'll use the move tool to move it on over about right there. Now I have it bound. I have this key bound to Z, but I'm not going to use my hotkeys because that's a custom one. Go to Images, Image, Guides, New Guide by %. See, it says Z, and then we'll hit that and make sure it says horizontal 50. Hit OK. Now we know where the center is. And we can go ahead and just put that roughly in the center. Now that plus icon that you see right there, that one right there, is not actually the center, since the way the text was made, you see there's more space above it than below it. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it in the center of the B, because that's about the center of that. Now we can go ahead and get rid of that guide, just drag it off the top of the screen. And we'll move this by holding down Control and Shift and moving it, by holding down Control, so we can go straight on an axis here. Let's move it straight over about right there. I don't want to put this too close to the edge, because there are black bars that the YouTube template comes with. So if you're using that template, you'll see the black bars. Don't put anything there, because that's not going to be safe for mobile devices. But I know where that is, because I make so many tutorials. I make so many banners that I already know how far I can go and how far I can't. So I'm going to change this size down to 50 instead of 60, and I'm also going to turn the kerning size down to 30 instead of 40. Looks much better. All right, and I'll just move it about right there. That's fine. Doesn't have to be in the super center. It's great. Now I'll hit Shift. I'll Shift D. Wow, I'm so used to Blender. I'll right-click that and hit Duplicate. We'll move it down a little bit, and go back to the text tool. And I'll just type in a tagline here, all capitals. I'll type weekly tutorials, because I make tutorials, a bunch of tutorials every week. I don't know. And we'll change the size to 30 instead of 50. And then I'll just move it over about right there. And I want to turn the kerning size for this up as well. So I'll turn it to maybe 30 is going to be way too much. Yeah, we'll do 10. Yeah, we'll do 10. And move it over about right there. I want it to go off center of the text just a little bit. about right there maybe. And then I'll turn this mode from normal to overlay. Now it's overlaid onto the background. Maybe I don't like doing things right underneath it, so I don't like putting things like that. So I'll just move both of these up a little bit. Right there, it's fine. Alright, looks good. I like it. I like it. Sweet. So we can also go ahead and do something with a logo. Now, I don't have any social media icons because I didn't go download the brand assets from each one of the different websites. Like I said, if you're going to use like Instagram logo or the Twitter logo or the YouTube logo, especially the YouTube logo, do not just go ahead and download it from the internet somewhere as a picture. You go, make sure you go to the website, get the branding, you know, and download it the way that you're supposed to for the companies, because they get upset when you don't do that. So I'm gonna make a fake logo really quickly. I'm just gonna go ahead and do a circle, just real quick. Just do a circle, and I'll just, maybe this is like a fake round YouTube logo. I don't know. I'll just do something like that, and then I'll shrink it by 20 pixels. Enter, delete, and then I'll just put like a little play thing in the middle of it. I don't know, just for fake YouTube icon. Just really super quick and not centered at all, but that's fine. We'll go ahead and crop the content, and I would just scale this down just so I can show you what you would do for social media icons. So scale that down, hit scale, and we'll move it over to about right here. I want to do close to the same place as this is, so we'll move over, we'll grab TutsByKai, we'll duplicate that, right click, duplicate, we'll move it over by holding down shift and control. Then I'll just go back to the text tool and I'll type in my, I don't know, my Instagram handle. I don't know, what is it? My Instagram is Kai capital Kai K's Life is my Instagram. We'll go ahead and just delete that T because we don't need it anymore. And I'll just scroll the size of this down to 30, and we'll move back over our logo. Actually, I want to move this over so I know it's in the center. So it's approximately the center of that word. Just hold down shift and control and move it over. And we'll grab our logo, our fake ripoff logo, and we'll just scale it down to match almost the size of that. So all of your social media icons should really be the same size. So if I had like one that was up here, let's say it wasn't the same logo, let's say it's rotated like this, let's say that's a different logo. You don't want to have two different ones that's a different size, so we'll have them approximately the same size like that, and we'll just go ahead and move it down there. There we go. Alright, so that looks good, and then you would just go ahead and just use all of the different ones. Maybe you have like a Twitter, and you do the Twitter. My Twitter is Kai K's Tweets. You would just go ahead and change that for each different one of them, you know? And you would go down the list until you're done with all of them, and you would have all of your icons over there. Pretty cool, right? So that's going to be it for today's tutorial. I'm going to go ahead and do one more last thing. So I'll go ahead and select the black bars, use the fuzzy select tool, click once in the middle, go to edit, copy visible, edit, paste as, new layer in place, select none. We'll use the move tool, and then just move this up by holding control. Make sure we snap up so we go straight, and then we'll just move it to the edge of that right there, and then we'll hit right click it, duplicate, and then we'll move it down. The same thing down here as well. Move it just onto the edge. Now I'll go ahead and right click, merge down, so now both of those are together. Go to colors, brightness, and then just turn the brightness all the way down. Hit OK, and that's what I do for banners. That's what I like to do for the background, so it's not just solid black when someone looks at it on TV. But yeah, that's it for today's tutorial. Hope you boys and girls enjoyed it. I will see you in the next one, but until then, bye-bye.